QVC.com. Right now, we're going to get back into one of the first products I ever bought from the brothers Campanelli. And I love this stain remover product because you literally, you've heard the phrase shoot from the hip. You're going to shoot from the hip with this item because when you open this up, it's got a little spray nozzle. And you're going to depress this, you're going to spray, you're not even going to bend over. You're going to spray the stain and you're going to walk away. Now you're going to let it do its job. It's going to dry into these little crystals. And then when you come behind it after it's dry with your vacuum cleaner, maybe that Shark Today's Bonus Buy, you're going to vacuum up the crystals and any residual stain. It bonds with the stains. And you get 3 of these containers. Each one of our containers is 15 ounces. They're aerosol cans. And I'm telling you, this product is worth its weight in gold. Because if you've got old or new stains, someone turns over a glass of red wine at a gathering at your house, puppy dog decides they're going to leave you a little present on the carpet because, you know, the door was wide open. They couldn't go outside. Had to go on the carpet. Yep, thanks. We're going to help you remove all that. One thing that will help you better understand what this product is all about and why it works so well is a great video by one of the brothers that brings it to us. Chris Campanelli has put together a great video from home. And as we have mentioned before, he has 2 adorable dogs, but sometimes they can be messy. Let's take a look and listen.
Hi, everybody. Welcome into our home. I just wanted to show you 2 of the reasons why we need a really good stain remover in our house. This is Walker, reason number 1, and that's Chloe over there, reason number 2. But I wanted to show you why our product is so very different than anything that you get at the grocery store. I'm going to take a permanent marker, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to put 3 permanent marker lines on this carpet, okay? When you go to the store, you might see something like this on the shelf. The problem with products like these is you can see they're very foamy. They require you to get on your hands and knees with a scrub brush. Then you have to blot. You're kind of mashing the stain into the carpet. You can see a little bit of it comes out, but the stain is still there. So just to be fair, we went to the store and we got an oxygenated product. You can see it's a little less foamy, but the same thing applies. I'm on my hands and knees, I'm rubbing, I'm scrubbing, I have to get the rag, I have to blot. Again, a little bit comes out, but the stain is still there. Our product is so different, you have to shake it. Standing up, you can see that this has a foaming agent that's lifting and separating the stain from the carpet fiber. And what's happening is it falls to the bottom, and when you do your regular vacuuming, you suck up the residue. So now, just to be fair, we're gonna go through these guys. You can see that there's a little bit of foam because we're trying to punch through those soaps. But 1, 2, 3, once those foams disappear, you can see that the stain goes around with it. This is just one of the reasons why we love to use this in our house. I hope you will too.
It's like magic. I mean, you spray it on the stain and the stain disappears. Now, if it's an old stain, it might take more than 1 application. I'm just going to manage your expectations. Because if you've got a stain that's 10 or 15 years old that's underneath the bureau and you pull that furniture out of the way and you're like, I'm going to try this on there. You might need to do a couple of applications. It might take that many. But I'll tell you, if you have that oops moment and then your heart sinks because you're like, oh my word, or the kids make a mess, or the dog makes a mess, or you, a clumsy David Venable, makes a mess, all this kind of thing, this is your first line of defense. You don't get 2, you get 3 of these 15-ounce cans. You literally point, shoot, and walk away. Let it dry and come back with your vacuum, and it really is remarkable. One of our Campanelli team members is our buddy Kylie Watts, who is back with us to talk to us about this great product. And Kylie, I think we should call this magic stain remover because it just is really incredible how it works and how easy it is.
Yeah, doesn't it look like magic, David? It really does, and it is incredible. As we said in our earlier presentation, the Campanelli family really is the first family to clean here at QVC. They've been at the network for 18 years, and this is the very first product that they ever brought. And David, you can attest to this. You will not last for 18 seconds on QVC, let alone 18 years. If your product doesn't work, and work well. And that's exactly what we have here for the stain remover. Now, the Campanellis actually created this formulation 30 years ago. Their family had a retail floor care store in Boca Raton, Florida. People would come to them for not only their floor care needs, but for stains. And the only things that they could recommend are what you saw Chris use in that video, products where you had to spray and then you had to get on your hands and knees and rub and scrub. And they kind of worked, but that stain always would come back. So what they did was they created their own unique formulation and their own unique delivery system that, as you pointed out, allows you to shoot from the hip. So you shake up your can and you don't have to bend over, you don't have to rub and scrub. In fact, I've got a board down here with some little paw prints and a pretend little pee-pee stain, because if you have pets, messes happen. If you have kids, messes happen. And you're going to see how easy this is. Now, of course, I'm still wearing my slippers as well, but I'm going to point this down and then I'm going to, because I have to, right?
Right.
Then I'm going to start to push the spray and start to shoot. Now, what you'll notice is it creates a foam. That foam is lifting and separating those stains from the carpet. Now, once it disappears, it forms a crystal, drops that crystal to the bottom of the carpet fiber. Now, you don't even have to make a special trip, David. You can literally wait till the next time you use your vacuum, pull the vacuum out, and then vacuum up that crystal, and that's how easy it is. We're not getting on our hands and knees. We are not rubbing and scrubbing, but what we're doing is getting rid of that stain for good.
Now, Kylie, some folks in our chat are wondering about the types of stains you can use this on. Can you speak more to the kinds of stains, and what they're asking specifically is oily stains, things that might be a little less water-based?
That's a really good question. So for me personally, I've used it on things like permanent marker, on red wine, on juice stains, on the pet stains. I haven't personally used it on anything that was oily, but I gotta tell you, this formulation works on just about everything. I would say try it out, because sometimes when things happen on our carpets, you gotta just try, right? I mean, there's no other alternative. If it's gonna be stained, it's gonna be stained. This is a great product that's been here for 18 years. So I'm sure people have probably used it on oily stains, and it's also a great pre-treater. So for something like that, for instance, if you have like a Bissell or an extractor to help get that out, you could pre-treat the Campanelli spray as well, and then use that extractor, which may give something like an oil-based stain a little bit more help.
Yeah, and obviously if it's something that is colorful like upholstery or carpeting, but use it on a small sample somewhere to make sure that it's going to be safe for that color fastness. All of that would be true of any kind of stain remover. So lots of people are jumping in our chat saying hello. Kathy with a K, Kathy with a C, Chiquita's here, Angela, Sharon, Kelly, Diane, Donna, Jerry. Mary Helen wants to know, can you use this on upholstery, Kylie?
You sure can. In fact, it's a great pre-treater on your laundry if anything spills on the couch. But that same rule of thumb, David, that you just spoke about, test for color fastness. You want to make sure maybe in a little inconspicuous area. You definitely want to stay away from wool and velvet, though. So if you have any upholstery that's wool and velvet, you don't want to use this on here. But you're seeing it on in your automobiles as well. So if maybe something spills on a seat or on your car mat, you can use this as well for that. And David, I put another carpet down. I'll show you again how easy it is. So you get it home, you shake it up, you don't have to bend over, you don't have to get on your hands and knees and rub and scrub, and that's really the big difference between this. Unique delivery system, unique formulation. So we're going to stand upright and we're going to immediately start to shoot. I've got my target right here, and the reason why we do a target, in fact, I'll move back even more. So you can see, maybe you have a stain that's underneath the dining room table. Maybe it's behind a couch. Maybe it's under the coffee table. You don't have to move that furniture to reach that, because you can shoot almost 6 feet away with this. And you'll see once that foam dissipates, that stain is gone. You vacuum it up with that crystal, and that's how easy it is to use, David.
We've got a little animation, I think, that'll help you better see how to work with this. Kylie, narrate for us if you can.
Absolutely. So you're seeing right here, if we could dive into the formulation, what happens. It lifts and separates that stain from the carpet fiber, forms that crystal, and then it drops down to the bottom. And then here you're seeing that vacuum. And don't make a special trip. You don't have to pull out that vacuum right away. Let it dry when you do your weekly vacuuming. It's perfect for that. And here you're seeing it on the laundry. Great for the coffee stains. Great for grass stains too, if you have any kiddos that play sports. We love it for that. Great for makeup. Here's the mustard on the carpet. Life happens, David. We know that spills and stains are going to happen. Carpets are big investments. It's nice to have something that allows you to clean it, but isn't really hard to do.
And think about the carpets in your car, like the floorboard mats and things. Have you ever had someone get in your car with muddy feet? And then a week or two later, you're like, all that dried mud is over there on the passenger side floorboard, and you're like, ugh, what a mess. And you're thinking to yourself, well, I'll have to take that to the car wash and then get it out and shampoo those cars. Nobody wants to go through that. This is going to be an opportunity for you to point, shoot, and then you can vacuum it up after it dries and turns to those crystals. You're getting 1, 2, 3 15-ounce aerosol cans of this great stain remover. I will tell you, one of the, if this wasn't the first, one of the first products I ever brought from the Campanellis, and just really fantastic. Works like a charm. Is there any shelf life on these stain removers?
No, I mean, some of them I've had for a couple years, David, because a little bit goes a long way. So they're going to last you a nice long time.
Well, Kylie, it is a great pleasure to have you back. I believe we've got you coming up with yet another product, don't we? Do we not?
Two more. You can't get rid of me, David. I'm hanging out with you all afternoon.
We don't want to be rid of you. I just want to make sure that I don't miscount. I think we have 2 more products with you. So we're looking forward to that.
Correct.
In the meantime, let's talk to you.